people are continuing to work well into their retirement years. Why aren't people retiring?
So on the positive side, there's a series of mutually reinforcing changes that are affecting our behavior and our expectations as we get older. And then on the negative side, we have a retirement savings system that at best, you can say it has a lot of holes in it. And so there's a lot of financial insecurity as people are entering into their 60s and their 70s. So on the positive side, we're healthier than previous generations on average. And we're also better educated than before. And we work in an information and services economy. I mean, you're working out of a cubicle, and a lot of people work out of cubicles or, in the service economy. It would be one thing if we're having this conversation when smokestack America dominated and going into mining. I mean, that's a very difficult thing. Here it's someone who may go work for a nonprofit organization, or they'll be at a medical diagnostics office, in a community clinic. And the other thing is, and this is, I think, really underappreciated, work as a community. Someone actually cares whether you show up. There are people that you talk to and you gossip, and there are people you dislike. But this one economist, German economist, had this line in this paper that he did, scholarly paper about the health benefits. And it's not all benefits, obviously, but the health effects of working longer. And this line has just stuck with me. He said, even working for a bad boss is healthier than sitting on the couch in front of the TV, because you have to move, you have to exercise your brain. And then the other thing I think with time is the notion that if you think of all the ups and downs in a career, you gain all this skill, all this knowledge, some of it for the hard knocks, some of it through the positive reinforcement. And the notion at some arbitrary age 60, age 62, age 65, you walk away from that skill and that knowledge forever, and you're not going to use it again. Most people don't like that. We all want to be useful. So you want to tap into that skill, tap into that knowledge. And so I was out in Veredo, which is it's a multi-generational community outside of Phoenix. And I was giving a talk, and this guy got up and says, "Chris, here's the thing. You retire, and it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and you have a drink on your patio. It is the best drink you have ever had, because you're not worried about the client that's mad at you, the meeting that you don't want to be going to, whether you're going to be fired or whether you have to fire somebody. It's just wonderful." Some time passes. 3:30 in the afternoon, and you're having a drink on your patio. And it's a little disconcerting because actually nobody cares that you're having a drink on your patio. Some more time passes. You start having a drink on your patio at 1:30 in the afternoon, and you realize it's time to go back to work. And I actually think that does happen to a lot of people, and it's in the data that people who often retire will not work for a year or two, that bucket list, but then they will go back to work. And when you look at the data sets, you would assume it's because they need the money. And of course they need the money. Money helps. But at the same time, it's about colleagues and being in an organization and people to be around. So I think there are some real positives why people are working longer. But we also live in a system, I don't know about you, but most people that I know haven't managed to save much money for their retirement, if at all. And the data reinforces that, right? And the thing is, life is expensive, kids are expensive, it's expensive to own a home, and so people don't have much savings. Working longer in those traditional retirement years really allows for boosting your household finances. So if you haven't saved, you can add to your savings. And boy, the effect if you have kids and they've left the house, actually the increase in your cash flow is pretty significant. And one of the biggest benefits of working longer is that it allows you to delay for taking Social Security. So taking Social Security at age 70, the benefit is about 75% larger than taking it at age 62. So all these trends have come together, and people are working longer, or they're starting their own businesses in growing numbers. And what people really need is greater encouragement. They need it to be easier to do. They need to crush age discrimination, which blocks a lot of people from finding part-time work or self-employment or making an encore career, whatever it is that people are trying to do. But overall, this is a positive trend, and what people are looking for is both purpose and a paycheck.